We're back with Wally Amos, creator of Chip and Cookie Cookies. So, Wally, can you continue telling us about your history with Famous Amos and also opening your first store? You were just getting into when you first opened the doors. And
right. So I decided that I would open a store selling cookies, and it only took 5 months to put it together. It was the latter part of October '74, and March 10th, 1975, we opened. I got friends Jeff Wall and Helen Reddy. They were married at the time. They put up some money. Marvin Gaye was an initial investor. A guy named Artie Mogul was a record exec. And I raised $25,000, and that plus a lot of in-kind service. You know, I mean, I had maybe $25,000 worth of graphics that were done at A&M Records because I knew the folks over there, and they were kind enough to make that contribution. Herb Alpert and Jerry Moss, who owned A&M Records, were actually going to invest in it. At the last minute, they decided they didn't want to. But, you know, yet they allowed me to have all my graphics created at their studio. So I put a big party together because my background was show business. I said, well, now how am I going to let people know that we're here? Well, I got some friends to give me, they were in public relations, to give me their PR list. And so I sent out 1,500 invitations to this party, this grand, I called it the debut, the premiere of the delicious, the delectable, the Famous Amos chocolate chip cookie. I had a cute little invitation put together. We had valet parking. I had red carpet from the door to the sidewalk. I had artificial turf in the back of the store. It was hot, man. We had over 2,500 people that showed up March 10th, 1975. And then the media began to come, because what I did was I used all my connections in show business to attract attention for the greater audience, you know. And that's exactly what happened. And I mean, I was in business for a week, and Ray Duncan from NBC News, who was always first with doing stuff, he was there doing an interview with me. I mean, ultimately, I was on the cover of Time magazine, beautiful spread in People magazine. I mean, I was everywhere. I was all over television. I was all over the place, and I was well on my way to becoming famous, and which was good and bad, you know. Because I wasn't quite ready for it, I guess, and the head got a little big, and I started believing some of the publicity, and I ultimately lost Famous Amos because I forgot that there were a team of people that helped me put that company together, and I was just one member of the team. You know, after becoming Famous Amos, I thought I was the team, and so ultimately, 14 years after starting Famous Amos, I wound up losing the company.
How big was Famous Amos at its peak?
At its peak with me, I guess the maximum probably that we did was, I don't know, $10, $11, $12 million. I think when I lost the company, we probably were doing $5-6 million a year, which was nothing compared to where the name was, you know. So it was irresponsible management on my part, actually, that caused that to happen.
And this is because there were a lot of investors and partners that helped you get started?
Well, it wasn't because of that. It was because, I mean, I had total autonomy. I did whatever I wanted to do because I wasn't listening to attorneys or accountants or people that were working with me. And I didn't put a strong enough business team together to help guide the company and to help develop the company.
So what actually happened then?
I lost control of the company. It took about 4 different ownerships, you know, before that happened. Because each time there's an ownership change, your equity becomes less and less. So after about 3 or 4 ownership changes, I had no equity left. And a venture capital group out of San Francisco called the Shansby Group had bought Famous Amos. And my equity was foul, and I didn't like the guys. So March 1989, I left Famous Amos and started over doing something else.